Now, do you know someone who has gone above and beyond to help during the COVID-19 pandemic? Well, if so, the biography writing service, StoryTerrace, is keen to hear their stories, and those shortlisted will feature in an Unsung Heroes book. Well, its founder and chief executive, Rutger Bruining, joins me now. A very good morning to you. This sounds like a fantastic idea. What's the inspiration behind it?
Yes, I mean, we help hundreds of people to turn their life story into a book, and they're often a little bit older, which means that initially our biggest concern was to keep everyone safe. So we moved our service from interviewing people at home once a little bit more. So we made our questionnaire available for everyone who's self-isolating to get started on their life story for free. Next, we saw so many incredible stories in the media about people doing incredible things. And we thought, how can we help them? And we decided to start a campaign, our Unsung Heroes Campaign, so that anyone can nominate someone in their community that has done incredible things, so that we can help their stories be remembered and be shared in a book.
Yeah, because Rutger, I mean, we all know the story, don't we, of Captain Tom, as he was now Colonel Tom. But it's the legions of people who don't get the headlines, isn't it? Just tell us some of the stories that you're seeing.
Yes, obviously we're getting the nominations from incredible amount of health workers and pharmacists, including a young gentleman from North London who's taken over his parents' pharmacy because he was concerned about their health. But we're also seeing really unique stories from children. There's an 8-year-old girl, and she started selling bracelets, and with the money that she's made on that, she's bought tulips and candy for the local health workers. And so there's a really wide range of stories.
Yeah, it's the amazing thing, isn't it, in all of this horrendous situation, that people are realizing that they do have the resources to actually do something, whether it be a child or somebody who's turning 100. But it's often the people who are doing these things who don't want the attention, though, isn't it?
That's right, and that's why we obviously have chosen to allow others to nominate them. We have a nomination where a lady who's making the nomination writes, "It was really hard to make a picture of the person I would like to nominate because she's so incredibly busy putting food together for the vulnerable that she didn't want to stop for a picture while I wanted to nominate her."
As somebody who specialises in this kind of thing, and I've thought about this myself, because I think, well, when my kids ask me about this, or indeed future grandchildren ask me about this in decades to come, how important is it to write things down, what we're living through at the moment?
I mean, we believe that every life story should be written down because it's incredibly important for children and grandchildren and also great-grandchildren to understand where they come from. And this will be a time that will be described in all books in the future, I believe, because people have done really incredible things, and it's a time where people were able to reflect, and a lot of people will come out of this and live their lives a little bit differently, I believe.
There was a really interesting article in The Economist, and it was written by the former governor of the Bank of England, and he said that, people are going to be defined by how they behaved during these times, and the people who behave really well, the people that you're trying to celebrate and honour with what you're doing. But there's also been a sort of an unfortunate side of it as well, isn't it? And he sort of divided it into those who hoarded and those who shared, and just wondering how important you think this time is in really determining how well or badly people have behaved. Oh, well, I'm sure he would have had a great answer to that, but I think, unfortunately, we have lost contact to our guests there, but very good to talk to you.